Men lose interest fast when you do these 7 things. A deep psychological breakdown of attraction, emotional safety, masculine polarity, and why interest fades even when he once seemed obsessed. Introduction. When his energy changes and you feel it before he says anything. At first, he was consistent. He texted quickly. He asked questions. He leaned in. He made plans. He wanted you. Then slowly, sometimes suddenly, something shifted. His replies became shorter. His tone changed. His presence faded. He still talks, but not the same way. He's still there, but not with you. And the most painful part? You didn't cheat. You didn't disrespect him. You didn't stop caring. Yet his interest dropped. This is where many women get confused, hurt, and angry, because nobody ever explains how men actually lose attraction, and it almost never happens the way movies or social media claim. Men don't usually lose interest because you weren't pretty enough, sexy enough, or exciting enough. They lose interest when emotional dynamics shift in ways they don't know how to explain, even to themselves. Let's break it down honestly. 1. You make him feel emotionally unneeded. This one is subtle and deadly to attraction. Many women think, if I'm independent, strong, and self-sufficient, he'll respect me more. Independence is attractive, but emotional irrelevance is not. Men are biologically and psychologically wired to feel attraction when they feel useful, needed, and impactful in a woman's emotional world. Not financially needed, not dependent, but emotionally significant. When a man feels like you don't need his opinion, you don't value his input, you solve everything without him, you never lean on him emotionally, he starts to feel replaceable. And when a man feels replaceable, his desire quietly shuts down. Not because you did something wrong, but because his masculine role disappears. Men fall in love when they feel, my presence makes her life better. When that disappears, interest fades, even if he still likes you as a person. 2. You over-explain, over-justify, and over-defend yourself. This behavior usually comes from anxiety, not manipulation, but it has a powerful effect. When you explain your intentions too much, defend yourself even when he didn't accuse you, justify your emotions excessively, try to prove you're not too much, you unintentionally communicate, I don't trust my own value. Men are attracted to emotional certainty, not perfection. Over-explaining signals insecurity, even when you're intelligent and kind. Instead of feeling closer, he starts to feel emotionally crowded, responsible for your reassurance, like he's being pulled into emotional labor he didn't sign up for. This doesn't make him cruel, it makes him tired. Attraction requires emotional breathing space. When that space disappears, desire suffocates. 3. You try to lock him down too early, even subtly. You don't need to say, where is this going? Men can feel pressure before it's spoken. Pressure shows up as monitoring his response time, reading meaning into everything, expecting consistency before commitment, acting like emotional loyalty is already owed. Here's the hard truth. Men commit when they choose, not when they are convinced. The moment he feels, if I don't move at her pace, I'll disappoint her, attraction turns into obligation, and obligation kills desire. Even men who want relationships pull away when they feel emotionally cornered. Interest thrives in choice, not expectation. 4. You stop being emotionally playful and become emotionally serious too soon. This one surprises many women. Attraction begins in lightness, not depth. When every conversation becomes relationship analysis, emotional processing, trauma sharing, future-focused seriousness, the emotional tone shifts from connection to responsibility. Men fall in love when emotional depth emerges naturally, not when it's rushed. Playfulness is not immaturity, it's emotional safety. When laughter disappears and seriousness takes over too early, he starts associating you with emotional weight instead of emotional joy. And desire always moves toward joy first. 5. You make him the center of your emotional world. This feels romantic, feels loyal, feels loving, but it quietly destroys attraction. When your mood depends on his attention, your happiness rises and falls with his behavior. Your life shrinks to revolve around him. He feels pressure, not flattery. Men want to add to a woman's life, not be her life. When he feels like your emotional stability depends on him, he subconsciously feels trapped, over-responsible, afraid of disappointing you. This creates distance, not because he doesn't care, but because care now feels heavy. Attraction needs two emotionally whole individuals, not one emotional universe orbiting another. 6. You lose your boundaries trying to keep him. This is one of the most painful ironies in dating. The more you try to keep him, the more you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, you tolerate behavior you shouldn't. You explain disrespect instead of addressing it. You adjust your standards instead of enforcing them. Men don't lose interest because you have boundaries. They lose interest when you don't. Why? Because boundaries signal self-respect, emotional strength, value. When a man realizes he can cancel plans repeatedly, disappear and return, speak carelessly without consequence, his subconscious says, I don't have to rise to meet her, and attraction dies where effort is no longer required. 7. You stay even when you feel undervalued. This is the quietest attraction killer and the most devastating. When you feel unchosen, unprioritized, uncertain, emotionally neglected, and you stay anyway, your energy changes. You become quieter, more anxious, less expressive, more watchful. Men sense this shift immediately. They may not know why they feel less attracted, but they do. Because attraction cannot survive where self-betrayal exists. The moment you stay in a dynamic that hurts you, your energy communicates. I don't believe I deserve better. And attraction always follows self-belief. The truth nobody says out loud. Men don't lose interest because women are too much. They lose interest when emotional polarity collapses. Desire turns into pressure. Connection turns into obligation. Love turns into emotional management. This doesn't mean you should be cold, distant, or manipulative. It means attraction thrives when you are emotionally grounded. You have a full life. You express without chasing. You care without clinging. What actually keeps a man interested? Let's end with clarity. A man stays interested when he feels chosen, not needed. He feels free, not pressured. He feels respected, not managed. He feels emotionally safe, not responsible. And most importantly, he feels that being with you is a choice, not a duty. Subscribe now to Psych Secrets and be part of a journey where every video inspires you to see life with a new perspective.